Good evening, it's Cindy Fodor here with Stamp the Love, and it's Make It Monday. Thank you for joining me. I am going to just check on here to make sure we're streaming live. While I'm doing that, I just want to ask that you would please share this live tonight. So share it with any of your crafty friends. Tonight is, it's getting down to the wire, folks, so it's getting very, very exciting, and I think that you want to remind everybody that they want to be on here tonight. So, okay, let's see. Not coming up. All right. Here we go. Make sure I have sound going on.
Good evening.
Yes, there we go. Okay. Hey, Karen, welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right. So I have some fun projects to show you tonight. I have some drawings that I'm going to do tonight. And I have exciting news. But I want to just wait till a couple more of you hop on. So, hey, Barbara, thanks for joining me. Good to see you. I need to talk to you soon about some work. Barbara's my helper, so I'll talk to you later tonight or tomorrow. All right, so are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and get started. I know, thanks, Karen. I appreciate that. Appreciate you sharing. So just a reminder, as you pop on, please share this with your stamping friends. It's an episode that I'm hoping we don't want to miss tonight. So, hey, Kay, welcome. All right, so exciting news is I am opening 2 boxes tonight, 2,000 and 1,000. That means we're under 1,000. And I'm going to tell you how close we are in just a minute, but let me announce these 2 winners. So number 2 is a pack of the Pebbles enamel shapes that was retired and but was fabulous. We were so sad that it didn't stay in the catalog, and I actually found 1 pack left, so I'm giving it away. And the winner for that is from anybody who's placed an order in the last 3 weeks. So Linda Putman is the winner of that. And number 1, so we have a 0 yet, okay? So we have 1 more of those drawings to do, but we aren't there quite yet. The winner of this Dainty Diamonds embossing folder is Ann Burns. So congratulations, Ann. All right. Hey, Karen, welcome. Good to see you guys. Hi, Linda. Everybody's popping on. Okay, so I think when I'm live, you can't see my post. Is that correct? I'm not sure how that works. I do have the link in there with the host code. I might also have the host code that is on, will be on when I flip over to the next screen and show you the stamp set that I'm using. I would love to see, guys, we are at, I didn't write it down. It's like, I did send it to somebody though, but I think it's like $252 and odd cents. $252 and odd cents from 1 million in sales, guys. You have been amazing. This is so exciting for me. And I appreciate all of you who have been excited with me, who've been with me for years and years, or those of you that have just joined me recently. I appreciate all of you. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. So just a reminder that when you place an order of $40 or more, I do have class projects to send the packets of projects. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the screen just so that I can show you. So the packet of projects is all ready to send. It looks like my camera is going kooky. Hold on 1 second. I think it got messed up. So let me just readjust it here. I did move it, and then it it was weird, and now it's weird again. I thought I had it all fixed. Okay, so I have a packet of products, or of cards ready to send you, supplies for cards. These are the cards I showed you in the video probably last Monday night. So these are the projects that you'll be able to make with that packet. So that's a $40 order, and using the host code that's right here. My website is stampincindy.stampinup.net, and there's the host code to use to get that. When your order is $50 or more, you will be entered into the drawing for our, and I don't have it here with me. I apologize. I didn't bring that. I have the one that I'm going to do the drawing for from last week. This was the giveaway for everybody that spent $50 or more. For each 50, they got their name in this drawing. And I did not do that yet tonight, but I will announce that. I will post that on here afterwards when I get that done. The other thing that you do get is and I didn't bring that in either. Sorry, but I have shown it on my last videos. I'm still upset about this crookedness. Okay, there. And I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, so you also get a grab bag of products that are valued at over $15. A cute little bag and products when you spend $100 using this host code. Okay, so those are all things that you can get for free when you order with me. And just a reminder, reminding everybody to please share this tonight, because I'm going to introduce a new bundle of products that I don't think you probably have maybe seen them around. They're very new, just came out the beginning of September. These are available for our World Card Making Day. There's 3 sets that they're using. This is one of them, and this is the only one that's brand new. And this is the one I'm going to be using tonight because it is so adorable. It's got a kitty in there. It's got some great sayings. Look at those cute little shoes. I can see some baby cards with that as well. As I was stamping with that, I wanted to make a baby card. So just a lot of really cool, the die cuts for the door and for the inside of the door. Just so many great stamps in here. So I'm introducing that tonight, and I'm going to flip over to another screen here really quick. Give me 2 seconds. I want to just show you how to find that. So if I go here, so you can see this here on my website. It's under Warm Welcome Bundle. So you can just search. If you look up here, I don't know if you can see my mouse moving, but up here in the search bar to the right, you can put Warm Welcome Bundle in, or you can put 160704. Now, what's pretty cool about this is not only that it's a new and great set, it is $50.25, which means if you place that tonight, you will get into all the drawings. Of course, that will not get you into the free grab bag, but you might have other things on your list that you need. So, yep, and let your friends know that this beautiful set is available. If there's other things that you need, I'm not telling you have to buy this set, but I think this is really cool, and I think you'll like it. Some really fun fonts on here. And so that's just something new that I thought would be interesting for you guys tonight. Come back to me, and I just want to say hi to those of you that are jumping on here that just came on. Welcome. And I think I have shared all the announcements that I need to do. So just recapping really quick, 2 of the countdown winners, Linda Putman and Ann Burns. And we are down. We just opened box 2 of 2000 and box 1. So as you can see on the shelf back here, get my finger in the right place, there's still a 0 there. So I'll open that one when we get under 0. Okay, right now we're around $250. And I forgot to write that down, but it's around $250. So, all right, ready to stamp? Let's get to it. All right, so first I'm going to show you 2 cards that I'm not going to do tonight. Whoops, I thought I switched screens, but I didn't. Sorry about that. There we go. So this is one of the cards, and I did it bright and cheery, and I did the packages. I did the doorway in a navy, and this is polished pink, and then I added our ribbon to that, our polished pink ribbon. And I used some of our, I believe it's our polished pink glimmer paper from the In Color paper. And then this one, Tasha and I did. This is our black glimmer paper, and turned it into a Christmas. You can see we embossed this in black, and just made it really really special. This has the music notes embossing folder on it, and then this is the Lights Aglow paper below here. So just made it into a fancy Christmas card. All right, the next one, the one that I'm going to show you now, I have two I'm going to show you the whole process pretty much. This one I want to show you. This one is Cajun Craze, early espresso, and a little bit of sage, soft succulent. Hey Jeannie, hey Debbie, good to see you guys. I don't know if I said hi to everybody. Did I say hi to you, Julie? All right, so let me just grab this and fold it. I actually have my bone folder back. Remembered to go find that. We did run this through with the brick embossing folder. And what I want to do to that is, I apologize, I have to mess with this again. It's not back here far enough. I have to reach way up on my thing, and I'm afraid that I will forget that I have to reach up, and then you'll miss everything. Okay. All right, I promise I'm done messing with that. All right, so I'm going to pull in Cajun Craze, and this one's going to be just a little different. For this one, we sponged the bricks with just the Sahara sand, but I want to try it with the Cajun Craze this time. I'm just going to pull in a piece of scrap paper because I don't want to get it on my background there. And I just want to catch the edges of these bricks that stand up. So I don't want to get too much on there. Should have brought my blending brush. That probably would have been a little bit better. Yeah, it's getting a little more than I want, but I think if I do a circular motion, I think it'll be okay. We're just going to do some random. Ooh, I got a little much there, didn't I? Ooh. Very inky pad. Okay, we'll do a little bit up in this corner, yep. Maybe I want to make these a little darker down here since I got that one a little crazy there. Okay, I just want to make the bricks stand out a little bit more than they do without using that. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in my Stamparatus. You guys know that I love this thing, and I'm going to explain how I have this set up. So what I did was I put this blank piece of paper in here. Let's just imagine that this is, blank. And then I just took all my stamps and I laid them on here where I might want to stamp them. And then I took my lid and closed it on the stamps and picked them up. And then I inked them all and stamped them. So as you can see here, I stamped them, and then I took this piece and I die cut each of them out so that now they're in the correct place. When I close this down, they will be in the right place. Okay? That way everything's lined up. I won't have to think twice about where everything is going to go. All right, so I'm going to put my door in here. We're going to stamp that. And I'm just using Memento ink for that. And I'm not using all these other pieces for that card. So I'm just going to ink here. But we were making a bunch of cards with this, so I wanted all of these pieces to be on here. So that's why they're all in place. And we'll just give that a little press. Use my handy dandy tool. And voila. Everything else stuck to it and pulled it up, but there's my door all finished. Okay. And I'm finished with this for now. We'll use it again in a second for the other card. Oh, the other thing that I did, I had already done a whole row of the little shoes. I'll just pull this back in here and see if you can see the little shoes there. They were all in a row like this, and we only wanted one pair sitting there. So I'm going to use one of the other sets of shoes for this card rather than stamping another one. And we still have the teeny tiny ones left, but now I have the other set of shoes. Let me show you this piece right here for the rug. Now they have a die for the rug, but it's more of an inside rug, and it's this, and it gives you this nice pattern. So it's a really cool inside rug, but this card is sort of looking from the outside coming in. So to do that, we just took a piece of paper, and I'm just going to cut off a piece here just to give you the whole process. And I want it to have texture, so I'm just going to take it and rough it up with my bone folder. I want these fibers to break apart. It should come apart in like 2 layers. You can also do this by crumpling it, but I didn't really want it to be crumpled. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to angle it just a little bit, because I want it to look like because the door actually, you know, looks like it's angled a little bit. So I want to do the same thing with this rug. Okay. All right, so I can see the fibers are coming apart here. So I'm going to just grab this. And it's a little tight right there, so I might just rough it a little bit more. I know, Karen, aren't the shoes adorable? There you go. Now you see when you get in here, you get this real cool fiber. So you can use both of these pieces. All right, so we've got that rug is just a little bit big. So I'm gonna cut it down just a hair. I think that should be good. And then I like what Tosh did with this, because it doesn't really look too much like a rug. I wish we had the pattern that they have on the other rug. So she took the evergreen marker and just created a little outline right around the edge of it, just to give it a finished look. And I'm going to go crooked. There we go. Now that makes it look a little more finished. All right, the next thing I need is a tag for my saying, and let's go ahead and stamp that first. I'm going to use Early Espresso, and we're going to stamp it if I can find it. I must have put it away. Hold on a second. Yes, I did. I put it away. Knowing you feels like coming home. Isn't that sweet? All right, let me grab a block here. Ink that up with Early Espresso. Stamp hopefully in the center. I got that a little close to the edge too. I was hoping to use my punch to get that tail. Let's see how that looks. I might be able to make that work. I might just pull it out just a little bit so that it, oops, that's the wrong one. When you turn it upside down, it gives you a different look, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. That just means I'm going to have to keep this one close too. So I'm not pushing it the whole way down, as you can see, hopefully. Except this one is short now, and I'm having trouble hanging on to it. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's start putting pieces together here. We have those three. Oh, there's another piece. So do you remember the paper that we had that was a cork paper? We cut this little thing out. We were trying to decide what this was, and we decided it was going to be a wreath for us. I don't know what the author or the designer wanted this to be, but we decided it's going to be a wreath. We also pulled the window pane ribbon out and just cut off a strip of it to hang it over our door. And let's see, what else do I have? I think, oh, you know what I don't have? I think I forgot to cut this part. There's an inside piece here so that it looks dark, like when you open the door, you can see darkness behind or whatever. That's going to be a problem. But you're going to have to just trust me. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Let's get our Seal Plus here. You guys know that I do like to put a lot of adhesive on when I have an embossed, but I'm really having trouble putting that much on here. I'm hoping that it will lay nicely for me. I put a little more than usual on, so hopefully that will hold those edges down. I don't like when they buckle where the embossing is. There we go. Isn't that cool looking? All right, so here's our door. Now let's get the ribbon behind here before we stick this on. I'm just going to put some adhesive there and stick that down to it. Then I can go ahead and put this in place where I want it. I'm just going to give myself an idea where I want my rug to be. Okay. There we go. I want to see all this nice color on the edges here. Yeah, I thought too a door knocker, but it's so big. But yeah, Karen, I did think of that too. How far do I want this down here? I want enough to glue onto my little ring here. And I'm going to use some green glue. And I'm going to put some on the front and the back so I can glue this down and stick this right to it. Those frayed edges are coming off a little bit. I'm okay with them coming off, but they all need to come off, right? You can't leave little pieces on there. There we go. Just holding this in place for a second till I don't like to glue ribbon with wet glue. Is that the right term? Just because it takes too long to dry, but I think that will be okay. Now let's go ahead and take the rest of this and we'll just tie a little bow and we'll stick that in place. There might even be enough glue on there to still stick that on. Again, we've got these frayed edges that want to come off, so let's take them off. Uh-oh. That didn't stay, did it? Now we need this bow to be pretty tiny. Let's go with a glue dot. I'm going to use my take your pick tool here and get a glue dot in place there and see if that will hold. And then I might need to go ahead and do another one for my bow. Oops, it's sticking to my finger instead of... Oh my goodness. Sticking to everything. There we go. All right, let's stick this little guy in place and give him a little trim. All right, there we go. Cute, cute. Let's get this rug in place. And I'm just going to be really careful here because, again, we have torn the fibers on here. And I certainly don't want it to roll up along my adhesive. You know how that happens sometimes on here. Got our little rug in place. Let's pop up our shoes with a little baby dimensional if I have some here. Do I have? Of course, I have no baby dimensional, so we will use a little piece of an edge. And there we go. Oh, so cute. All right, let's go ahead and put some dimensionals. I might as well finish up these edges here and pop them on here. The only problem is I don't have that brown, but I don't think it looks terrible without it. So I think I will go ahead and, I do have an idea for that though. Give me 2 seconds. I will do it on this card instead of the other card so that you can see how this works. I will tell you with these new pads, if you squeeze the back instead of the front, you get a little bit more ink in there. And I do have my, let me grab my watercolor pen, my water painter. And since I have this all glued down, I can't screw it up. So hopefully I won't. I'm going to squeeze just a little water in here because I want it to be, I want to be able to have light and dark. And I'm going to just have a piece of scrap paper here because I might need to get rid of a little bit of color. Okay. All right. Now I'm at the bottom and I want the bottom to be darker. So I'm going to start there. So I'm going to just start in this corner. And I'm just going to create some shadow in here since I failed to bring my, cut out my brown piece for in here. Just bring this up this side here. Now, by now, I don't have too much color left on here. I'm going to come back in here, grab a little bit more dark color, bring it back down here. I definitely want this bottom corner to be darker because you know how when you open the door, where the light can hit more where the doors open more. Now I did this on a light color on the other card that I'll show you in a minute. So this one, I'm not sure how it's going to look. I see it looks like there might be still some color on there, so I'm going to go ahead and just continue blending this color. It's okay if it's a little splotchy because you know how light does that sometimes. Alright, we're going to let that dry for a second and see if I need to add any more there. Looks almost like a fire in there right now, but hopefully, or bad smoke. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and use my Rust Metallic dots here for a doorknob. And through my, take your pick tool in here. I think I used a big one. There we go. All right. I'm going to let that dry for a second before I put my grating on there. Let me just give it a little fan. I think that's going to be okay. And actually, when I put this on, it's going to not matter too much. So I think that will be okay. All right. I'm going to keep that because we're going to use that again. So there we go. There's one. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me just get rid of some of this extra tape here. Ends up not being used. All right, the next one is, actually I have one that's not together yet, but I want to show you some of the pieces. I wanted to use this heart and I didn't get this one done, but this is one of the dies and I used it with our red and white glimmer paper. So I used the Real Red. Um, I took this, I had this cut out. This was one of the rugs, but I wanted this to be an outside thing, so I was going to put this on the inside with my shoes. But anyways, I didn't decide on that. But check out this cute little sign that there is a welcome stamp. And I'm just going to grab my stamps here. And we're going to do this welcome, just so you can get a feel for that. And you know, I don't see my mat in here. And I didn't bring the other one in because I usually keep one in here. I haven't stamped with this welcome yet, so I'm just gonna, I just like to rough it up a little bit on the stamp because this is a solid stamp and I can do that. And I just want to get a good, make sure that everything's cleaned off of that, okay? Anyways, I just want to show you how cool this will look when I stick that on there. Isn't that fun? You could even if use an alphabet and stamp the family name or something like that. And the cool thing about this die set is that it also has numbers. So on the next card, I'll show you how I use the numbers. I didn't have a sign to put up, but I decided to put it on the rug of the card. Let me pull that in here. So this is, whoops, got an extra piece in there. Yeah, so this is the card that I did here. And I did this sort of like a door knocker, but it actually is my flower holder. So I want to just, I used a lot of creative license on this card. So this is the stamp. This is the stamp with the flower. So there's an arm carrying it. So you would actually have to stamp it inside here like I did these. But I didn't want that because I already had these hands stamped inside here. So I actually cut the hand off and left it look like it was just some ribbon around there. I'll show you what else I did here with this in a second. And here I used that sign that I had on the welcome card. I used that as my rug here. And then I just put 730 here, like this is 730 South Station Road. So I put that here. And these are the little tag dies that are in here. So this one and this one. And I thought I wanted something coming down the side here with my Pool Party designer paper. And so I thought, I wonder how that might look. Just using those as part of that. And so let me just get that up there so you can see the detail on those. Isn't that cool? All right. So again, for our door, let me pull my Stamparatus back in here. Isn't it nice when it's all set up and all you have to do is pop the paper in there and do it? So I have my door cut out of Pool Party. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to stamp here. I think I already stuck my other pieces in. So like you can see here, I already stamped that. I didn't use shoes there, but I did add the little kitty. So he was right here. I'm not going to leave that in there just in case I didn't get my stamp clean when I used it last time. And I just want to wipe this black off of here because I am going to use Early Espresso for this one. Okay. Making sure that's all pushed in the corner there. Okay. Oh, thanks, Karen. All right, so there we have that door. Set this out of the way. All right, so you know how I showed you how I shaded that other door? That's how I shaded this one, just to make some extra interest on there. And I really do like how that turned out. But oh, doggone it. Did I really forget to do the center? Oh, no. Okay. I need to die cut this, and I didn't die cut that. Let me grab there's an inside thing for this, and I'm just going to pop my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine here and die cut that really quick for you. That's this piece right here that's open. Does anybody else get frustrated when they buy a new die set and they're like, okay, what's this piece for? What's that piece for? What do you think the artist meant this to be? I do like to see, I'm not very creative in that way, and I like to see what other people do with pieces. But I couldn't find a ton of ideas with this set because it's so new. There were a few out there, fortunately, but, and I didn't bring any tape in here, did I? Oh yeah, I have some washi tape here. I'm really not having any luck with these staying in place today, so I also don't want it to tear my paper, but okay, hopefully that's enough just to get that through there. Okay. So now I have that piece I can use for a rug or something if I want to. I'm just taking this off of here carefully. It's tearing a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, now what I did was then I put a white piece behind here and then I stamped on that. So I'm just going to put that in place, and I have my little arm stamp here. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to use this to give me an idea where I want to place that, and then try to stamp it so that it's inside of, so that it doesn't show where the arms are stopping. Okay. All right. So then I just watercolored some of this a little bit, and you do have to be really careful. I don't know if you can see, I really messed up the T one. And so I actually did another one and cut it out and put on top of it. So it's popped up a little bit, which is cute anyways, but was not my original plan. So I just took my ink pads, and I think they all have a little bit of ink in them, so I'm not going to need to squeeze them again. And so I'm using Pool Party Old Olive and Early Espresso. So we'll get that back open here. And where did I throw my water painter? Here it is. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. I really don't want this to be too wet. So I'm going to do this one in brown. And I'm not sure. Everything is striped in this stamp set, which if you don't love stripes, you could really get sick of. So I just colored in the whole thing. And then I'm just going to wipe that off on my scrap paper and go into Pool Party, which I don't think I got that very clean. Let me just squeeze it a little bit. Still getting brown off. Brown and Pool Party. Do not, I don't need a gray, I need brown. I mean, I need Pool Party, right? Now, I'm going to just be careful because, like I said, I stamped this with Early Espresso, and I'm going to end up with brown anyways because of the stamp. See how that pulled that brown edges off there. And then with the cup here, I'm just going to try to add just a little bit of, I just want them to look different, so I'm doing two different colors. There we go. Okay, now we have the cat, and Tosh just didn't think the cat looked good white because everything else is colored on the card. So I just came in here with a little bit of Early Espresso and just started making my cat calico. So just adding some circles here and there, some half circles at the edge, a little circle there. I know they're not all circles, but I was just really worried how it was going to look in certain spots. And then when the color got low, I just came in, whoops, that's not very low. I just came in and finished coloring in the cat with a little bit of crumb cake so that it wasn't white anymore. And there you go. Now we have a colored kitty. There we go. Okay. So we got the cat. We need the flowers yet. So here's the flowers. I'm going to just show you what I did. So I trimmed, I just trimmed off the hand here. And then I had to bring in my pen. Did I bring my black pen in? Yeah, no, I didn't. Let me see if I have a black pen here. Every pen that I tried was blue. Here's a pencil. This one might work. So I just brought the edge of the flower down there like that. Now you're not going to see it too much because when it's in this little stand, you're not going to see it much at all. But I can come in and cut a little bit more of that away if I need to. Okay. All right. So then for this one, I just did some pool party flowers. So let's get them in here. And I didn't want to introduce a lot of other color, but I figured a little bit of old olive would really look nice with this. And then I'm going to show you how I did the it's not a vase, but the paper around it to add a little bit of extra pizzazz to it. I'm not being real careful how I color this, so let's just get a little old olive in here. Now, if you look at your pen, your water painter, when I pick up the ink, it sort of flattens my brush out. So I'm trying to make sure I turn my brush because it's very narrow there. So I'm starting at the tip so that I can make sure that I don't go outside of the lines there. Okay, so there you go. There's the flowers. And then last but not least, I have this this little piece of Pool Party designer paper. And what I need to do now, I'm going to scoot this stuff aside and get rid of some of these pads so that I don't make a mess with them. I'm going to bring my Stamparatus back in. I should have done this earlier, but I forgot this part. Sorry. Get everything back in place here. Here's my flower bunch. So I'm just going to put this paper in here. Just turn it however it needs to be. And then I'm going to ink the stamp here. I just need that bottom part. And I'm just going to wipe off the rest of this stuff here, the frame that we did and everything. I don't need that ink everywhere, so I might as well clean that off. All right, so I'll just close that. And voila, now we have this little designer piece. And I'm just going to trim that out. And I'm doing it really close. And I'm actually going to cut around the flower there because I want to still be able to see the flower. Actually, yeah, I could have actually cut inside of the lines, but that's okay. And then I just want to trim off the stems here because they're already stamped on the piece that we did. Okay. Well, thank you, Linda. Yeah, I agree. I wish there were instructions with the dies. I think I understand maybe why they don't do it, because then it would limit us. But eh, I don't know. I would be really happy to be limited. At least if I don't like the idea of a stamp not being used. And I'll show you one that I really don't know what it is. Maybe you guys have some ideas. Okay, so now I've dressed that flower up. Isn't that cute? Now it has some colored paper on it. All right, and we're ready to put this together. Let me show you the die that I really have no idea what it is. Let me see if I can find it here. Now, I even cut one out because you can see there's embossing here. There's this little, it almost looks like it's something for golfing or something. There's a circle and there's this little C shape inside of it. So it's giving a shape for something. I took a couple of them and I tried putting them together. I tried to figure out what in the world they were used for. So maybe if you guys have an idea that might be, that would be awesome to know. Whew, okay. All right, let's go ahead and put this together. So I have my early espresso base. Excuse me. I have this 1 3/4 by 5.5 inch piece here, and I'm going to go ahead and trying to decide which side I want. Isn't that the hardest decision with our double-sided designer paper? Knowing which side you want to not see. Okay, and I'm just going to trim this a little. Okay, and then what I did for these little tickets, I started with the biggest one. Of course, I laid them out first to see how it was going to work. And then I started with the biggest one, and I just ran it off the edge a little bit. Tried to make sure it was nice and straight. And then I just varied them. So I put a short one next and bucked it right up against the other one. My fingers don't seem to want to pick things up tonight. And then a long one. And a short one. And the last long one. Okay, and then I can just trim off the ends using the straight edge of my card. All right, so now we are ready to put, let's see, what did I do with my frame? Here it is. Ready to put my frame on here. And are you guys going to be all sad if I don't paint those panels? All right. I just had to put a little bit of green glue on this thin edges there. Okay. And the other thing I want to do in here is I want to stamp this saying. It says, open house, open heart, open mind. I'm not sure that those are all qualities I possess on a given day, but maybe one at a time, right? Some days. Okay. All right, now that's ready to glue down. Let's get that in place. And then get my rug in place, and then we'll pop our kitty on here. Cute kitty. Okay, I'm going to pop him on with dimensional. I think one will be good. He's sitting on the rug, welcoming everybody. All right, and then for this, I just, I'm going to use a glue dot again. And I'm just sticking the top part here to this ring. And then all I did was I popped one dimensional on the back of my flower, tucked it down through the ring like so. And there we go. And last but not least, we need one of these. You can use different ones, but I really like these brass ones for the colors that I was using tonight. And then, of course, if you want to put some numbers on there, I don't know if I brought any of the leftover numbers in here. I want to show you all the leftover pieces that I want to do. There's another door that's done in black embossing on cherry cobbler. There's a couple more doors. These cute little gift things. I mean, it's just really easy with the Stamperata setup to make a bunch of these. So, yeah, I'm not seeing any. Oh, here's a little, this, instead of a holder for the sign, you could make a little bow to put on something, to put on your package or whatever. Here's this thing. Here's that thing cut out that I told you I don't know what it is. You see how it left a little mark on there? So yeah. I don't have any of the numbers with, but you can see here how I put the numbers on here. You could also, like on that sign that I did, where did that card get to? The one that I hadn't finished, this one. This would be cool if you just wanted to put your house number on there as well. That would be nice. These would be great cards for if you've moved, you know, new address or something like that. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I have tonight. So I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to just pop these on here so that if you want to see them all together, let me move my junky stuff out of the way. I have so much stuff on this table. Goodness gracious. Okay. So let me see. I don't know if they'll all fit in the screen, but so there's one done with the panels painted. Here's one that's not. Here's one with the brown in the background, and here's one that just has the inside painted. And then, of course, here are the other two that we did that you could do like a fun birthday and that type of thing. So, thanks for joining me. I hope that I can announce tomorrow that, or at least in the next couple days, that we have hit 1 million. You'll probably hear screaming from over here in Littlestown. So, yeah, so stay tuned and stop back next week. Again, don't be afraid to share this with your friends. And they might like this brand new stamp set, right? Okay. Ladies, take care. God bless.